Buddha, the prince who left it all behind to find the truth. The weight of millennia. India is not just a country. It is humanity's secret archive. Surrounded by the Indian Ocean and crowned by the Himalayas, the throne of the gods, this land has witnessed humanity evolve from its most primitive dawns to the lofty heights of philosophy. But 2,500 years ago, this ancient civilization was dying. Brahmanism, trapped in its own rituals, had lost its divine spark. Society was rotting in luxury and slavery. It was in this twilight of the gods that a prince decided the universe was a mistake, and set out to halt the wheel of destiny. This is the story of Siddhartha Gautama, the man who stared into the abyss, and taught the world to close its eyes. The Golden Cage and the Awakening. Amidst the mountains of Nepal, in the 6th century BCE, Siddhartha was born, Prince of the Sakyas. His childhood was a dreamlike garden. But beneath the silk and gold beat a heart tormented by boundless compassion. The suffering of a dove torn apart by a hawk caused him more pain than any war. Why did Brahma create a world where pain is the only certainty? Legend tells that upon leaving his palace, he stumbled upon 3 phantoms of reality, a decrepit old man, a sick man covered in ulcers, and a decomposing corpse. In a single night, the illusion shattered. At 29, he looked one last time at his sleeping wife and his newborn son. He did not touch them, lest he wake them. He fled into the darkness, leaving the crown behind, to seek the cure for the greatest disease of all, existence itself. The 4 Nights of the Abyss. After years of futile asceticism, Gautama sat beneath a tree. And there, for 4 nights, his consciousness descended into the hells and ascended to the heavens, revealing the hidden secret of initiation. The first night, he penetrated Kama Loka, the astral world. He faced the demons of his own past passions. He saw his wife calling to him from the shadows, and souls tortured by unquenchable desires. There he understood that hell is not a place. It is the inferno of unsatisfied desire. The second night, he traveled to the aerial paradises. He saw blissful souls, but discovered with horror that invisible threads sprouted from their backs, binding them to the earth. He understood that heaven is merely a pause. Desire always drags us back to the wheel of suffering. The third night, he climbed to the realm of the gods. He saw archetypes of light and cosmic forces forging galaxies. But upon hearing the cry of human pain, he discovered the most terrible truth: the gods are trapped too. They feed on our passions and, like us, are condemned to be born and die in the infinite cycle. The entire universe was a dreadful will crushing gods and men alike. The fourth night, overwhelmed, he invoked the unnameable. His ego was torn apart. Forms, light, and time vanished. He merged into a sea of absolute stillness. He had reached Nirvana. Extinction. The cessation of pain through the cessation of consciousness. The serpent and the doctrine of compassion. Upon awakening, Siddhartha was no longer a man. He was the Buddha, the awakened one. But before he could preach, the universe launched its final attack. A tempest of passions and doubts lashed at him. It was then that the king of serpents, Mukalinda, emerged from the earth and wrapped him in its coils. The initiates know that the serpent is not an animal. It is man's astral body, his passions, which, when dominated by will, become the armor that protects the wise man from the storm of the world. Buddha stepped into the world with a radical message. He offered no gods, no rituals, no paradises. He offered the middle way. His doctrine was one of commanding gentleness and absolute hopelessness. To end pain, you must kill desire. To kill desire, you must extinguish the self. It was the religion of universal compassion. A cosmic pacifism that invited humanity to step off the wheel, to stop fighting, to blow out the candle. The last breath and the paradox. At 80, in Kusinara, the Buddha lay down between twin trees. His disciple Ananda wept. But the Master told him, "Do not grieve. Have I not told you that we must part from all we love? Let the truth be your torch." His last words echoed in the night, "All that comes to pass is impermanent. Strive on without ceasing." And as he exhaled his last breath, the cosmos responded. The forces Buddha had rejected in life, hope, light, the eternal feminine, arrived in a rain of flowers from the treetops, claiming his soul. The wheel had stopped. Conclusion: the occult legacy. Philosophy may criticize Buddha. His nirvana is the void, a mortal leap into negation. India, in its weariness, chose repose. It became the Epimetheus of the peoples, guardian of the past, but asleep to the future. Yet, Buddha bequeathed to us the greatest treasure of the Indian mysteries. He broke the secret of the Brahmins and shouted to the world the law of karma and reincarnation. But while for Buddha reincarnation was a prison to escape, for the heroic souls of the West, for the spirit of the Aryan and the Christian, reincarnation is not a wheel of torture, it is a ladder. It is the opportunity for the universe, through us, to fight, to love, to suffer, and finally, to descend as a victorious spirit into matter. Buddha taught us to escape pain. But the universe calls us to transform it. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Until the next initiation.